Hi, I'm Becky Rose Dungeon Girl, and this is episode 12 of the Return of the Winged Trinity campaign. And this episode is called Use Your Illusion. And if anyone says a Guns N' Roses song title from one of the Use Your Illusion albums in speech for their character this session, I will give them inspiration. Because, I figured why not? Because I'm such a bitch with inspiration. I like keep it to myself and hoard it and don't let the players have any. So I thought I'd do something weird and funky with it. Only thing is, I don't actually know all the song titles. Um, but anyway, if you are looking for Guns N' Roses Use Your Illusion, because this is on YouTube and you type Use Your Illusion into the search and you came up with this video, there are two things you need to know. One is my video has somehow indexed really fucking well, and two, you got the wrong video. Guns N' Roses. This is Dungeons and Dragons. So if you were looking for Guns N' Roses, bugger off now. But in the meantime, let me just get the song list up. So yes, you can quote Use Your Illusion songs for inspiration. Give me both albums, you stupid Google. Jeez, can't be that hard. Right. Okay, so D&D. Yes, last session I was getting my own back on the players and I kind of TPK'd them, sort of. Ardus is still standing, just about.
Woo!
The rest of them lie blooded and dying and or dead. And they are surrounded by a large group of crocodile men who I hit way too hard, which was partly deliberate and partly, oops, shit, that's a bit hard. So let's go and meet the players for today's game. There we go. Yes, I can control myself. There we go. I'm having computer. Apparently, all these years in IT, and I still can't use a computer. Right, so let's have somebody introduce themselves. Mark's not muted. Let's start with him.
Hi, yeah, I'm Mark. I'm playing Savannah, a tiger folk monk character who's currently not feeling very well, curled up in a fur ball on the floor. And I'm out in deepest India at the moment, personally, so the tigers are very appropriate.
Yes. It's been a while since you've played from abroad, actually, isn't it? Because I remember the first campaign, almost every game you were in a different country. But this one, you seem to have been at home the whole time. Anyway, over to... I was going to say Phil, but... Do the audience know you're dead, Phil?
I think they might do. Yes, I think they did in the last game, yes.
Okay, then let's introduce your new character then, seeing as they know that Dak Bearstalker is dead, screwing up one of the subplots.
Yes, I'm afraid he was left face down in the hull of a sinking ship by his party, who drowned, all unconscious. So, first time out for a new character, Quillen, a human fighter. We'll have to see what he's about.
Indeed, and Steffi.
I play Forrest Winnick, a coward and a hunchback, and he is bloodied, hanging over a wheel of the ship, close to dead.
Okay, and Jenny, and if anybody saw my video that I filmed with Jenny a few days ago at UK Games Expo, sadly we are still each other virgins, unless non-mutual cyber sex counts, in which case I have to apologise. Over to you, Jenny.
Breaking the ice. Okay, so I am playing Ardus Barrelmead, probably the stoutest halfling in Moraine, considering I am still alive on all accounts and have not had to go back in time and be myself at some other point in time. And also I am the only one still remaining conscious and alive and relatively healthy as these crocodile men surround us. Fun times.
Okay, so I'll just take that question there from Glenn just quickly before we begin. No, because I wasn't looking, although I probably spoke to several and didn't know. But anyway, I I've also been looking at my YouTube stats in the intervening time since the last game, and it turns out I'm really popular with Australian women. So, I'm, of course, because I'm such a cheap sellout, I'm going to put something Australian into this adventure, which is undoubtedly going to be considered extremely racist and kill my audience. But I'm putting it in an effort to appeal to my audience. So let's begin then. So the players are on a boat. I got the floor plan that we used last time just here, actually. Well, here. It was this boat, but without the gun deck because I wasn't that kind to them. And Ardus is on the deck. Now we have to bear in mind with what's going to happen in this first scene that Ardus's skin is blue because the Yeti. Just leave it at that. And yes, a dozen or more crocodile men emerge around the sides of the ship, and one of them sees Ardus. Ignore it. Ignore it. That's an illusion. It's got to be an illusion.
I look at them, then sort of look behind me, and look back at them. I don't say anything, but I think to myself, are they talking about me?
Nothing it does can hurt you. Don't antagonize it. We'll just take our wounded and dead, and we'll take their dead for dinner. Let's just leave the illusion. If it comes near you, don't believe in it, and it can't hurt you. Can't hurt you. And they're all kind of looking at you nervously.
Okay, I'm feeling quite cocky about this. So, if they do come anywhere near the dead, as it were, I am going to get out my bagpipes and send them slightly bonkers with a bit of vicious mockery.
Okay, so as they slowly climb onto the deck, some of them nervously come forward, and they are in fact going towards their own dead first of all, or dead and wounded.
Okay, that's fine. I'll wait for them to do that.
And they pick them up and take them off the boat. I think there was about 5 crocodile men corpses on this boat. So yeah, so 5 of them do that, leaving 7 on the deck. They take their own dead away off the ship and slink off the sides. Now, let's get dinner. And they start edging forward towards on the deck. I think it would be, who was on the deck? Was it Savannah? No, it was Bolus, wasn't it?
I think it was me and Savannah.
I think Savannah was on
Yes.
we're on opposite sides of the top deck.
Yeah. So initially they start going towards Savannah.
Okay. So I'm going to cast Vicious Mockery and say within the music, I eat crocodile men for breakfast.
Okay, let's. Oh, it's a saving throw, isn't
Wisdom
it?
save,
So,
yeah.
Wisdom save. Okay, you do D4 of psychic damage to one of these crocodile men.
That is 2.
Okay.
At this point, I'm just trying to scare them a bit.
No. Are you sure it's an illusion? He's in our camp, tied up. How could it not be? And look, the skin's blue. It's obviously false. You're right. And he comes forward again to start lifting up Savannah.
Oh, okay. If he's lifting him up, how close am I?
He's not. He's not lifting Savannah up because he won't allow himself to be lifted. He is awake and on minimum hit points.
Oh,
So
did you actually recover to 1 hit, or did you only pass the saving throw?
You definitely gave me 1 hit.
Okay.
I think it was a stabilization went on or something. I can't remember now. But,
if it's a stabilization pass, which is what I thought it was, then you're still incapacitated for some hours. So you're not unconscious, but you're kind of ineffective.
Okay, I was expecting to be doing something. I remember the last one I was expecting to be doing something, so that's why I was thinking that. But okay, fine enough.
No,
You're the DM.
I tell you what, I always side. No, I don't always side with the player. That's complete bollocks. But
No, there you
in this
go,
occasion,
yeah.
I shall. Okay. It'll only get you killed,
Oh,
of
that's
course, but
sweet.
you chose it.
Oh, possibly.
Okay. So this crocodile creature comes up to you, and yes, begins to put its arms
Yeah,
and lift you.
I roll away from it and come into a stance.
Stab it. Finish it off. And one of the crocodile men comes forward to do just that.
And as he does it, I perform a kata and cast Vicious Whip on the one who was speaking. Sorry,
Okay.
Water Whip, sorry.
Water whip. Okay. I have no idea how that works. I don't think I've heard of it.
Yeah, it's one of the key stuff that came in the last
Okay. You have to explain to
level
me how this
3.
works. Either that or I've got to get the book out.
Well, let me just pick up the thing here. I haven't got it to hand, but I remember basically...
Okay, I've got the book right here. So, Vicious Whip.
No, Water Whip, sorry.
Sorry, yeah. You spend 2 kite points as a bonus action to create a whip of water that shoves and pulls a creature to unbalance it. A creature that you can see that is within 30 feet of you must make a dex save. On a failed save, oh, he gets really hurt. Okay, let's see if he passes his dex save. No, he doesn't. So, let's have 3d10 for you. But, hang on. You can put extra chi points in for additional d10s.
Yeah, but I have no additional key points,
Okay.
so that will be all.
And you have the choice of knocking it prone or dragging it 25 feet closer to yourself.
I think we'll leave it where it is and knock it prone.
Okay, so let's just have 3d10 damage from you.
So that's 17, 21.
Would you like to describe how you eviscerate this creature?
Oh, no, he's not eviscerated. He's just splat on the deck. So there's sort of bits of crocodile spread over the deck, probably with the feet of the one standing.
Oh, I think we're losing you slightly there, Mark.
So it was basically just splat, dead crocodile bits.
Okay. Did the water come from you?
Yeah, the water comes from the water in the
river.
Oh,
and
over the side of splat.
That's a spot of bad luck, isn't it? Okay, so the crocodile men look panicked and back off. He's a more powerful mage than we realised. We must go and deal with him. And they back off and start to disembark the boat.
Okay. I'm going to attempt to let off an arrow.
Okay.
And it's not a warning, it's a stay off the ship type thing. Live and let die.
Okay, let's feel the pain.
Inspiration, please. That's the song.
Oh! What's that? I missed you saying it. What was that again?
Live and let die.
Oh, yes, you did. Did your character say that though? Or was that just you?
Yeah. No, I was making the remark.
Okay. I'll let you off. Go on, have it.
Mercy. Right, so +5 across. That is an 18.
Oh, that's a hit.
1d6 plus 3 piercing. Not great. That is a 4.
Okay. I'm going to say that you hit the one you vicious mockeried earlier, and yeah, you stick him in the back of the arm, and actually it looks like quite a vicious wound. Just, and that certainly expedites their departure from the ship. Okay, that completely didn't go how I expected it to. So everything I thought of for the session now has to be reimagined. But don't worry, I can do this.
We know this. We know this.
Okay. So it's a good job I didn't do extensive notes, isn't it?
Yeah, usually. Okay, so Savannah will rush over to the figure of Pholus and say, "I hope she isn't in a coma."
Pholus is barely conscious, but
Yeah.
alive.
But you did say song title should get in there, so.
Oh crap! Did I miss it again?
Yeah, coma. Danny's right.
Fuck. All right. I'm not doing terribly well at picking
Gonna do
these
all
up, am
night.
I? Okay. I'll tell you what though.
Pholus sort of pets Savannah's face.
Once these songs are done, you can't reuse them, by the way.
Okay.
Well, we guessed that.
Okay, so I'm gonna sort of get down, try and shake Pholus awake. If there's any blood, I'm gonna try and stop it clotting.
Yeah. So Pholus comes to a single hit point and is in, much like Savannah, is in pretty poor shape.
Okay, so where's Dak?
In the bowels of the
He's-
ship when last seen.
Yes, he's still down the ship. He didn't manage to get out.
Well, let's go get him.
Yeah.
And as you get into the bowels of the ship, you see Dak's lifeless body, his back broken, spears sticking out of him.
He doesn't
I
look
run
too
over
well.
and I sort of try to shake him awake. Dak, come on, don't do this again.
There isn't another one that he can't. For God's sake.
We can't just leave him here.
No, we've got to get him
How the
off
hell are we going
here.
to get him up to the? How the hell are we going to get him off there? Ropes, I suppose.
You're probably strong enough to lift him, aren't you, Savannah? You're certainly large.
I know. He's feeling pretty ill, but he'll give it a go. He'll sling him over his shoulder and attempt to climb up.
I will attempt to help you with that.
And you emerge on the deck, carrying Dak's broken body.
Okay. We can't just leave him. We can't bury him. Let's set fire to the ship. It's no good to us.
Can we
Yeah. Give him a
some sort of
giant
symbol?
cremation.
Yeah, warrior's burial.
Yeah.
So there's plenty of bottles of tar, wasn't there, and stuff to get things going.
Yeah, there should be. Okay, and you ignite the ship and disembark. You're pretty much already on the ground, so you know it's not a particularly wet journey to the shore.
Yeah.
And yes, you emerge on the edge of some grassland. There's some shrubs. It's quite rocky here, and just a little bit inland, you can see a small copse of trees with some tents, and you see movement over there. You suspect, from the rough shapes you can see, that's probably the crocodile people.
Right. Did you say we're on an island?
No, you're on the shore of a river.
Oh, we're on the shore. Okay. Well, if those are the guys who were just on the ship, I'm in no condition to face them.
I'm never in a condition to face people like that. I'm like a chicken leg to them.
I think I'd probably be quite tasty, but I think we need to. Well, I need to take some rest.
Yeah, I'm not in condition to do much of anything right now.
So, shall we retreat back to the village?
village is the other side of the river.
Okay. Survival to try to find somewhere safe to camp up.
Okay, let's pull up the area of the world you are in, which is actually very tiny like that. Let me just stretch it up. Okay, so you were in the village of Little Dock. You basically sailed across the river and crashed the other side. Owing to those splendid sailing rolls. So, yeah, you don't know much about this area. I don't think any of you, because you're not, you're not really river people. But you can see a boat coming, let's say, down the stream, sort of from the forest behind. So, yeah, so you can see a boat.
Coming
Okay,
from
can we tell what kind of vessel?
Market Town.
I'm sorry, I took one.
Coming from Market Town by a river, would I know anything about these boats? The boat that's approaching.
Interesting question. Let's have a... I'm going to call it a survival roll from you then, Steffi. Sorry, Folus.
Well, that's a 14.
You think that is... it looks a bit like a boat that's owned by river people, but it's that kind of size, but it doesn't look like a river people boat.
I don't recognise the kind of boats. It's sort of like the river people's, but there's something just not right about that.
Should we wonder about the crocodiles?
I'd rather not just wander by.
So which direction was this coming from? Past the crocodile or from the opposite direction?
Okay, so basically, let me get the whiteboard up so I can draw on the screen. Okay, so you... Oh, damn it. You sailed out of this village, you went across the river, and the crocodile people basically have their camp this side of the river. And you are on that shore.
Right, but which direction is the boat coming from? I don't suppose it really matters if we're right by the camp.
The boat is coming from this, from the forest, basically.
Okay, yeah. The reason for the question is, do they pass the crocodile people before they pass us?
Oh, I see. They'll be passing you kind of at the same time, really.
Right. Okay. So I think we'd have to hide in that case.
So you're going to hide from the boat?
Well, should we get to an angle where we may be able to try to defend them if the lizard people attack them too?
Well,
put it this way.
Defend anybody.
We should get out of here fairly swiftly. If the body's burning, they could smell the meat.
Yeah, the crocodile people will have seen that the boat is aflame already.
Okay. If we would hang on here, hiding, we could see whether they attack the boat and use that as a distraction. They obviously have a prisoner there that probably is aimed for lunch or dinner.
Okay, does anybody have a passive perception of 14 or more?
Not me.
No!
Blind as a bat.
Olus?
No.
No. Okay. Quillen, you are sailing along the river on a boat you've just stolen to get away from the ship you previously served on. Well, not so much to get away. It's up to you what your conditions for leaving that ship are. But yeah, you've stolen a boat, set off, and you're sailing along the river, just coming up to Little Dock. Little Dock looks like it's been trashed. The buildings look like rubble. That wasn't the case when you sailed past it about 3 weeks ago. And you see a ship burning on the port side of port side of the river. And I know my left and right. I really struggle with port and starboard, and I have sailed both big ships and little ships, been at sea and everything. But no, port and starboard. Okay, so yeah, on the left side of the river, you can see a big ship burning.
Okay. So as I approach the ship, I'll just reduce the sail to slow down a little bit to see what I can see, but just keep out into the river a little bit more. Just keep away from it. But
okay, it's a large ship. It's a cargo hauler, and that could have cargo in the hold. You wouldn't know. There's certainly nobody alive that you can see working the ship. It appears to have been scuttled and set fire to.
Okay, so what I'll do is I'll just go past the ship and bring my boat into the bank and just sort of just tie up by the riverbank.
Okay.
Just to go back and see what I can salvage from the ship, if it's all possible to get on.
Yeah, you can get on board the ship.
Okay, so I do that. I jump up on the ship and have a quick search around.
Okay.
And, but keep my eye out, because obviously if I'm on the run, then
yeah. It's up to you what your reason for leaving that ship is. I'll let you tell that part of the story in a moment. The rest of you, however, you see this chap moor up, jump off, and hop straight up on board the ship. He certainly seems to be able to traverse between land and sea easily. He had none of the balance issues you guys had when you first set foot on solid ground again.
The hell is that?
He leaps up onto the deck effortlessly.
Well, he's not a dwarf and he's not a croc man, so he's my friend in my book. Let's go and introduce ourselves. See if we can get a lift.
Yeah, it looks like he's looking for survivors. That's good in my book.
Yeah.
okay.
Sounds like a good guy.
So I won't spend
anyway.
I won't spend too long on the boat. Seeing it's on fire, I'll find
the
Dak's
body of a giant. Yeah.
and just this is not sort of a place to hang around. So I jump back off the boat again, back onto shore.
And as you're about to jump down onto shore, you see those three approaching.
Okay. So I will draw my cutlass, just to be ready, and shout.
Hold on. We're all right. I won't say we're friends, but that's our friend on the boat there. It's his final funeral, so please respect him.
Leave him be.
He's been through enough.
I was just seeing what was happening on the boat. If there was people here, then I was just going to try and help.
Oh, well, we could do with a lift.
It was nice.
Could do with a lift. That's where are you going?
You wouldn't want to be hanging around here, anywhere from here. Take a look over that direction.
And it's at that moment, that Quillen, from your vantage point, you can see two crocodile men dragging what looks to be an almost carbon copy of the halfling in front of you, but without the blue skin, dragging him towards the boat, kicking and screaming.
Okay, there's two crocodile men coming with what looks like a halfling. So, and I'll jump off the boat to the riverbank.
Yeah, I know him very well.
And I'll just stop for a second and look at Ardus and say, Christ, that's a blue halfling. What?
Yes?
You're not normally blue?
I'm aware of this.
Right. Is it contagious?
Can we?
No, it is not contagious.
Okay.
Can we?
Or maybe it is.
Okay. Can we see that it's Ardus being dragged over now?
It is indeed Ardus being dragged over, and young Ardus sees old Ardus and goes, "Not you again! This is your bloody fault!"
Hey, I wasn't following you. As promised, it's not my fault that you got caught. I haven't got caught. I beat them off.
So is he with you then?
No, he's not.
He's not.
It's
No,
kind of
no.
complicated.
Oh, is it your twin or something?
We
He
helped
basically, he specifically told me not to follow him, so I have made that promise.
Maybe we should help him.
He'll
Well,
say
I
it's
just
my fault.
suppose if they kill him, there may be sort of temporal problems, shall we say, for certain of our blue fraternity.
Well, I thought it'd be the other way around, but I suppose if I get killed at some point, if he dies as well, I'll never come back.
No, it's not quite like that, I don't think. Don't you just pop out of existence? I've done a bit of this study at the temple, and
Yeah, but you were one of them.
it's quite possible that you just would not exist.
But
What the hell are you people talking about?
I need my lifeline. You haven't got one anymore.
Okay, let's go and see what we can do.
The little crocmen are now quite close to you, still dragging
Okay.
young Ardus up to you.
Okay, I am going to try and send the crocmen to sleep.
Okay. Brief interlude is whilst Jenny does some maths.
I can't do mental maths anymore. Okay.
I thought you were using Pringles
Okay,
as a starting
okay.
point.
Okay, 32.
32. Okay, the two crocodile men and Ardus fall asleep.
Right. Let's take him and get out of here.
Oh, well, where are you going anyway?
Away from here.
Yeah, I knew about here at this point.
Ideally marine, but
Wherever you're going.
Well, okay. I mean, if we'll need some extra supplies. I don't have that much stuff on the boat. I mean, have you got some money?
Yeah, about that. No, I don't. It was taken from me because a dragon wanted some food.
Well, the stories are good
Your-
anyway, I must say.
brother
Dragon wanted
may
some
have
food.
money on him.
Okay. Well, come on, before the crocodile men turn up, we'll sort this out later.
Can you Tanda?
So we go out to the...
Anyway, Mark, could you try lowering your video quality a bit so we get the audio without the problem?
We'll give it a go.
Woohoo!
Let's try that.
So we head back to the boat.
Yep, so you get on board your boat, you cast off, and you very quickly realise that these people don't respond to any of your instructions when you use naval terms to say cast off and hoist the sails and let loose and around coming about and all that lot. They don't understand anything at all.
God, these people are useless.
They
Is
are
that when you
totally
crashed that
landlocked.
boat? Is that your
Hey,
boat?
Jim, I've done this before. I filled sails. I know what they want. Okay, they fell off and caught fire, but I did it.
How on earth did you own a boat?
Well, that's another story.
It's an awkward long story.
It's a very big boat for people who don't know what they're doing to be sailing, I must say.
Yeah, we parked it in the shore, basically.
Okay, so no, pull that rope over there. Pull that rope over there. You sit down and mind your head when that boom swings across.
And after some effort, you soon realise that the easiest thing to do is to just sail the damn thing yourself.
What can I say? A boat doesn't respond in the same way as bagpipes.
Savannah finds a hammock and takes a lie down.
Okay.
Just like tree branches.
Flora sits at the front of the boat like one of the gargoyles on a building, just sort of posing, and use his many faces to look like stone.
Oh yeah, he does that sometimes.
What's wrong with your unconscious friend, anyway?
I think. Oh, yes, Ardis was. Well, actually, technically, I suppose Ardis would probably get woken up with all the shoving about. So it's like, bloody hell.
Don't you bloody hell me. You're safe now, thanks to us.
Yeah, well, they thought I was some kind of powerful wizard and was letting me go.
Yeah, well, they thought I was an illusion, so they obviously don't know very much.
Oh, well, that does explain a lot.
So you two do know each other then?
Yeah, you could say that. He is me in the past.
Lies.
In the past?
Yes. 3 months in the past. Or about 3 months.
Which sounds about as plausible as the story about the dragon eating his gold.
Yeah, well, I still
he
know every
told me
single
that
thing
one.
about you, so...
It's true, it happened with me and Savannah. And Dad. We saw it happen
Well,
back.
I didn't go blue, but yeah, definitely time was involved, and it was very confusing.
Yeah, I still don't understand the blue thing either. It wouldn't make me any uglier.
Well, the blue thing happened because Savannah decided to prod a giant rug, which turned out to be something that was alive. I saw this thing rear up and then breathe on me, and I was unconscious or something. I woke up and I was blue.
So you would have preferred to have slept on it?
No, I would have preferred if Savannah had just left the thing alone.
Are you sure it wasn't me that woke the thing up? That sounds more like something I would do.
We
No,
were
Savannah
in
definitely prodded it.
We were, I'm told, in a warehouse full of gold. Are you sure you wanted us to just leave?
No, I wanted the gold. I mean, okay, it was gold bars, so that would have been quite impractical. But you saw this thing on the floor, and you just went, "Oh, I wonder what it is," and then it nearly killed you.
But a warehouse full of gold? That sounds very interesting. Where is that?
Well,
I
do you
am
fancy
not
touching
going
the
back
lane?
there.
Well, we're heading that way.
Not if that bloody thing, whatever it is still there.
Well, it might not be there yet.
Well, I've also got a boat to catch. Another boat.
Theoretically.
What boat are you trying to catch?
It was big and it was ugly, and it had a big gun. You've seen the remains of the town?
Yes, I did. Yes, I did see the
Wouldn't that be a
towns.
handy boat to have?
Whose boat was it?
Put it this way, there's only one person on board.
One person. Well, a big boat, it can't be just one person.
Pretty sure the rest of them are dead.
Must be a special type of boat if you can say it himself.
Says the man sailing himself.
Yeah, but I haven't got quite that big a boat.
Anyway, I wouldn't believe a word this lot tell you.
No, it seems very very far fetched.
If he actually was me in the future, surely he would be even better at pipes than I am, and he clearly isn't.
Well, at least you've got.
I can prove it. And he pops out his bagpipes.
Bear in mind, just now, I sent you and 2 rather strong crocodile men to sleep.
Okay. He starts playing his bagpipes. Do you have 26 hit points or less, Jenny?
I have less than 26 hit points.
You fall asleep.
Ugh.
He has to. Come on, you just did it to him.
Well, you shouldn't be messing.
Bonus will probably fall asleep too.
Yeah, you shouldn't be messing around with those crocodile men. They're very bad apples.
Savannah takes the opportunity to give Ardis a swift kick.
Okay, that wakes him up.
Wakey, wakey. I enjoyed that.
That doesn't mean anything.
You have a bad obsession with this.
With what?
This story of being me. I'm me.
And I am both of us.
Do they go on like this very much?
It's just double talk and jive, that's all it is.
Well, I can definitely recommend throwing one of them overboard.
You are not throwing me overboard.
I was just leaving it open to a vote.
This may sound like an insane idea, but if we can hunt down that thing that turned Ardis blue and stop it before it turns Ardis blue, will he still stay blue?
I don't
Savannah
quite
takes out a piece
follow.
of charcoal and is about to start scrawling on the sails with arrows and diagrams and things, and then thinks better of it and goes and sits back in the hammock.
It would be the perfect crime.
Right.
Okay. You sail through the afternoon. There's a lot of arguing between Ardis and Ardis.
Mm-hmm. I start mentioning the very racist guy who just tried to throw us out and blah blah blah.
Savannah just takes
Hang on,
up
I'm
an
just trying to
easy
remember
yes.
if that's happened to him as well or not.
Even if it hasn't happened, I still tell him.
Actually, I think it has happened to him. Yes, it has. So for a while there, you almost relate to each other, but then Ardis remembers that he doesn't like you. Because if there's one person in the world that Ardis will never get on with, it's himself.
Wow. If you don't like yourself, Ardis, you can't be that confident.
Don't know.
By the end of the day, you guys have just had enough of the constant bickering. That's it. One of us has to go.
Well, which one of you's going
Great
in the middle?
idea.
Get in the ring.
Oh, so you're getting inspiration as well.
That's the third one for me. No, I'm just knocking them off the list so you can't use them.
What, it's just me have a bagpipe fight? We've already had that.
Yeah. And I won that. What's your weapon this time?
Fine, I'll use a rapier.
What, like, to the death?
Well, you're the one who's serious about it.
Not meant to be a civil war.
Ardis, can we maybe not?
Okay, I got that one.
Can we go a wee while without killing each other?
Okay, alright, okay,
It's-
fine. Okay. So
This Savannah gets up and takes the weapons off one of the Ardis. Okay, fists only if you're going to fight.
Alright, okay, maybe that was a bit of an exaggeration.
No,
Oh,
let's
and I
do
was
it.
going to put gold on the
Let's do
blue
it.
one.
Oh, so fisticuffs? Hmm?
No, rapier.
I look at Savannah like, well,
Go on, let them fight.
You ain't the first. I've killed before.
I've killed many times before.
He has.
I still say if you kill him, you're going to flash out of existence anyway, so it's not a really good idea.
We lost that twice.
Okay, there is that.
Either way,
But
we're going to be losing one of you.
in a way, I'm also dreading becoming him if I do die. Because he's a twat.
Well, look, if we lose one, we still have one, so we just let them
No.
sort it out.
It depends who wins. Oh, I give up and go back to throw the rapier to Artis and go back to sleep.
And Follis goes back to his pets and just...
Wake me up when they're dead.
Don't cry, don't cry.
So what's it to be?
I get out my rapier.
Nervously, but resolutely, if that works. Not quite in my mind, but Ardus does the same. Okay, Jenny, what do you need to roll to hit yourself?
My AC is 15.
And your hit bonuses?
They're all +5.
Okay, so it's going to be 10s or more. So, initiative.
Oh, I've never fought myself before.
I put 5 gold on the blue one.
I don't have any money.
What are you
20!
You're first.
Alright. So I slowly advance towards him, start to get a bit faster, and I try and do something fancy, trying to throw him up before attempting to poke him in potentially the nether regions or somewhere else vulnerable. And that is a 19!
That's, you've hit yourself?
Yes, but obviously my other self.
Artis, check for score.
That is 9 in total.
9 damage. You'll have to tell me when you die. I'll just call out how much damage he's got.
Yep.
What does he roll? D6 plus 3 to damage, doesn't it?
But what level is the first Artis?
Same.
So
Okay.
the rapier is 1d8 plus 3.
Ah, 1d8 plus. Okay, so he misses.
Okay.
So yes, he flurries around, thrown by your misdirection and the fact that you've just caught him a good solid blow. He just fails to return. Ends up with his rapier flailing around behind you and steps back to assume another stance, ready for a second bout.
And the second bout coming up. Oh, not so good. That's a 10.
But still a hit. You hit yourself on a 10.
Yeah, I know, but it's still not so good. And neither is that one. Okay, that's 4 damage.
Okay, that puts him on 13. He, but again, even though it's scrappy and messy, you're definitely getting the best of him, and he's just not able to put one on you at the moment.
So have you rolled?
I missed.
Oh right, okay. I didn't see it. And that is a 21 as I sort of launch myself more at him.
Okay, and your damage?
That is a 5.
Okay, so it's on 18 now.
He's on 18.
He's taken 18 wounds.
Oh, I was going to say, what? He's gone back up. What is going on?
And he's just... so now, with you just absolutely dominating him, he's pushed back right to the edge of the boat. He looks beaten and blooded. He's got some serious wounds. And it's your chance to either press the advantage and kill him, or to just push him over the edge.
Okay, I'm gonna come up to him and say, it was a bad idea to not believe me, really, but I can't kill you. And I kick him over the side.
I was just trying to get a GNR song into it. Back off, bitch!
Oh.
As he
No,
splashes down
one.
into the water. Oh, is that one already gone, was it?
No.
No.
So Quillen will walk past Ardus and say, you two have got a really bad obsession there.
We're halflings.
Unfortunately, that one's already gone, Phil.
Oh, is it? Oh, sorry.
Yeah, I squeezed it in earlier.
Oh.
Well, that was surreal. Hopefully it won't happen again.
Is it over?
Yeah. He's not going to get up anytime soon. But I haven't killed him.
Sort of turns back around to actually look at this.
I take it you can swim.
Bagpipes float, don't worry.
I suppose it depends how inebriated I am.
You see other Ardus, making his way splashingly to the shore. There's clearly blood in the water, but he makes it to the shore.
He'll be lucky if those crocodile men don't find him.
I was just about to say.
Well, he's very resourceful. I'm sure he'll be fine.
Okay. It's now getting darker, and your character, Quillen, is now concerned about sailing through the night, because without good visibility you could easily fall foul of a rock.
Mm-hmm. So I'll start looking for somebody to tie up, and say one of you two are going to have, one of you three are going to have to take the first watch. I've been doing all this work saying the ship, and I'm tired. I want to get some sleep.
All right. Well, I'm still buzzing. I'll take first watch.
Okay. Well, Savannah's been resting the whole day. Yeah, Savannah's been resting the whole day. So is that a full rest?
Yeah, because it was the morning when you set up.
Yeah, I thought so. So Savannah will definitely offer to watch. I can see in the dark anyway, so it's probably a good idea.
Well, then why don't I take first watch since I can't?
And I'll take last watch as the sun's rising.
I don't have those weird cat's eyes of yours.
There's nothing weird about my eyes apart from seeing blue. Appears at Ardus.
We ain't going to have another fight on board, are we?
No, we're not. No, we're not.
You lot are getting to be more trouble than you're worth.
I don't know. You can really get to hate us.
Okay, and the night passes uneventfully. In the morning, as the sun rises, you can actually see quite far. I said sun rises. What am I talking about? As the explosion comes over the horizon. There's no sun in this world.
Yes.
Blew up. Right. So, as the explosion comes over the horizon, you see in the distance the unmistakable sheen of something very large and metal catching the light for about 12 seconds before it fades again. It's whatever it is actually outside of your field of view, but the brightness as the light caught it just was so bright you could see it anyway.
It's time.
Whoa! Do you see that?
Oh yeah.
Don't know what that was. Never seen anything like that before.
Well, that ship we saw was shiny.
Must be time.
That's going to be catching the sun. Come on, get going. Come on, steer this thing. Get it going, whatever you do to it.
Okay, hang on, steady on. You've got to cast off and do everything right here.
Oh, maybe that's what we forgot last time.
And Quillen gets the boat going and begins to sail off down the river. And you have a relatively peaceful morning sailing. In the afternoon, however, you round a turn on the river and you see before you hundreds and hundreds of boats moored up, including the big, shiny, dwarven one, who's basically, the boats just fill the river. That you can literally walk across them. In fact, some of them have planks across them. It's another river people wedding. I think, did you come across one of them before, or was that a different group? Oh, I think it was a different group.
Yeah,
So, yes.
different group, I think.
Yes. So, so basically, it's like a flotilla of about 500-600 boats. Then they're a bit like our canal boats, but with sails. And they've got planks between them for dance floors and stuff like that. However, the wedding is not currently happening, but that is why they are gathered. And lots of people are sort of around getting things ready, putting up awnings and things like that. And the dwarven ship is basically moored on the near side of them because it's either got to blast its way through or it's got to, wait.
Well, it doesn't look like we're going to get through that, so I think we ought to crash that place and see what food we can pick up.
We should wear. Do you have cloaks or something like that? Because there might be a guy who's unhappy to see us.
What? Do you know these people? Do you? You've been here before.
And as
That ship looks familiar.
Sorry, just let me get this clear. Are you going to moor up to these other boats?
Yeah, we'll put up alongside and
Okay.
tie up.
As you moor up, Tim the dwarf is marching towards your boat,
Oh, not again.
accompanied by somebody you don't know, a human. And with that, we'll take a short 5-6 minute break or so for coffee and what have you.
Okay.
Okay.
I haven't got any more beer. Well.
Well, at least you had beer to start with.
Oh yeah, it was all left over from the expo. I took a bit
yeah.
too much up.
Sounds like you had a good time anyway.
Yeah, brilliant time, and I think I opened a couple of doors.
Yeah, that's good.
Got some nice stuff as well. In fact, it was Becky who got me the majority of my stuff. She got me an Investigator's Handbook for Cthulhu 7th Edition.
Oh right, yeah. I saw they had those.
Great. And I got some. Oh, they're down here actually, silly me. I got some limited edition Cthulhu dice.
Oh, I was looking at the purple ones with the Orient Express picture on the front of the box.
These are green and black. I got these for running the Masters, and I also got a book called Eldritch Revolutions.
All right. So you gonna have a go at running some more Cthulhu stuff, are you? Or?
Oh, I'd love to.
Yeah.
Since I've only run 2 ever in my life now, so yeah,
Well,
I'd love to.
Cthulhu's good, isn't it? Actually, I quite like Cthulhu.
Yeah, I tend to prefer Gaslight though, as opposed to 1920s.
Mm-hmm.
And also World War Cthulhu is very nice, apart from like having to convert it.
Mm. Yeah, I've only played the 20 stuff at the moment, actually, but yeah, there's quite a lot of Victorian type of stuff around, isn't there? For Cthulhu.
Oh yeah, there's 3 editions of Gaslight out. There's a few not settings, a few adventures for it.
Yeah.
That kind of thing.
Yeah, that could be quite good. Because didn't they do a medieval one as well?
Yep, they've done a medieval one. I can't remember what that's called. Is that Trail by Cthulhu? Or...
I'm not sure what it's called actually, but I just thought.
And then there's also Invictus, which is the Roman one.
Yes, Invictus. Yes. I think I might have a PDF for that one.
Oh, cool.
Invictus.
But I think the sort of Victorian Sherlock Holmes thing really suits Cthulhu down to the ground because it's already quite dark.
Yes. Yeah.
Envy.
Yes.
I think if I set a game in America, though, or somewhere other than Britain or Europe, then I would probably do 1920s because it's like the what's it called? Like not the trendy 20s, but you know the 1920s are obviously like really really good until the Depression.
Yes. Yeah, it's quite good. It's a bit more like a Bogart film or something.
Mm.
I'm just going to have to whip out quickly.
Yeah.
Oh, everyone's back.
I think Bogart was a bit later, but yeah, love that era.
Hello.
Hello. Do I get myself another beverage?
Is this up for a vote? Yes. Well,
No.
I'm currently advertising.
No, I'm just on Iron Brew again.
Yeah. Well, that's the hard stuff.
So I'm told.
Yeah. What's the weather like up in Scotland?
It's really nice.
Iron Brew is too heavy metal for me.
Yeah.
It's slightly above room temperature outside. We're all quite sunburned.
My God, it's really sort of clammy down here.
Yeah. I just had a thunderstorm just before the game. That's why I wasn't online and I was last in the hangout and had to remake it.
You know how I said it was raining early? It lasted a grand total of 5 minutes.
Your work is about 8 minutes, isn't it?
No, it's like 15, but also my new shoes, it took longer than that. But, like, the ground just dried so quickly, and in the end, I was just walking home with, like, a jacket and a coat on. It's like, I didn't need to bring these.
Okay. So, yes, Tim is coming over to you with this slightly wizened old man who's clearly lived a life that's been spent exposed to the elements.
I hit the deck.
And they come right up to the boat.
Yeah, I hide very quickly.
And the older man which one of you is the captain?
That's me. What can we do for you?
I understand that there is a feud between yourself and the members of this or crew of this other boat. I am here to tell you that this is a wedding and you will not disrespect it with violence. During this wedding, all feuds are put on hold. Do you understand?
We would never do anything like that. If anything happened like that, they would have to start it.
There's over 1,200 river people here who will enforce the peace. With that, the wizened old man leaves. And Tim just stands there for a moment and looks at the boat, looks at those who are visible, and grunts to himself and smiles. Turns to walk away.
Go on, couldn't say, well, go on then, shorty, be off with you.
I hate that dwarf.
When this is over, don't cry, but you're gonna hurt.
I already got that one.
Oh, did you? I missed it. You'll be dust and bones. Haha.
Well,
okay.
we might as well have a look around the wedding. If we're obviously welcome, as long as we don't make any trouble. So don't kill anybody, or don't get caught killing anybody.
Yeah.
Oh, I wouldn't dare. It's a wedding. It's a place where entertainment goes on. And by the sounds of it, it's a little boring at the minute. So maybe I could ramp things up.
Well, it does look like they're setting up the wedding. Now, Philip,
Okay.
you know a thing or two about these weddings. They tend to last 2 to 3 days or so until the river will be passable again.
Well, it's no Garden of Eden, but it's a good party.
Well done. Okay. Basically they're putting out planks between boats to make dance floors. They're setting up garlands and flowers. They're all the prep kind of stuff is happening at the moment. So what do you guys do?
I want to find that leader and just let him know what kind of guy Tim is. You know what that ship can do. Could wreck this place.
Okay.
So I was talking to the other guys, but that's what I want to do. In character, talking to the other characters, if you see what I mean.
I'm shutting up.
Would that be seen as trying to cause trouble?
Well, obviously he's seen Tim already, and he started the trouble, but I think we just need to warn these people. I'm not going to cause any trouble, don't worry, you know me, I don't kill indiscriminately.
Okay, well, here's this wine that I took, maybe give it as a present to the couple, or something like that, take it as a peace offering.
Yeah, I could try that, yeah, thank you. Do you want to come with?
Yeah, okay.
I'll just have a look around. Just some things I'll try and pick up while I'm here.
The odd couple head off.
Okay, so you can find the guy easily enough. He'll be around, and
yeah, that's
so
also. That's
you
why
find him after some time, but it's not long. So yeah.
I take on board what you said to us, and we're not going to cause any trouble with Tim while we're here. But you should be aware of what him and that ship have just done. They've completely destroyed the town just up the river from here. I don't even sure what the name.
Ridiculous.
Little Dock, I think. Yeah, it's completely in ruins. Just look at the ship. You can see it's a dangerous weapon. Just look at that gun on the front of it.
Look,
so,
I appreciate you have a feud. But we're not really interested in bad apples here. This is a celebration. Oh yeah, got another one.
Yeah.
I think somebody got that before as
bad
well.
apples.
Okay, but just so that you know, you could be in danger. You may want to send somebody up just to take a look at Little Dock.
Or just be wary. I mean, you don't
just
need
be wary.
to...
We're going to cause no trouble.
So, as they're sort of trying to talk him out of not believing us or whatever, I'm gonna get out my bagpipes and start playing rather quietly. So this guy will need to make a wisdom save for charm person.
Okay. He has no trouble resisting that at all. You're a reasonably good player.
Oh, yeah, thank you. I just sort of wanted to calm the mood a bit, and I'm always practicing on the go all the time, so sorry if I interrupted.
No, you should take part in the festivities. Feel free to play when the ceremony is over.
Oh, thank you, and I reach out, shake his hand. I start heading over to where the stage would be and maybe sort of take a look around.
Yeah, carry on.
We brought this gift for the wedding and give the wine over.
Okay, so do we know how good this wine is? We don't really do.
I believe you said it was good.
Tell you what, let's determine how good with a D20. Want to roll it?
Okay, do I get any more bias?
No. Just a D20.
Oh, well, if it was that bad, I probably wouldn't have took it in the first place.
And the result is, drumroll,
5.
5.
Sorry, I thought it went up.
Thank you.
I know it's not a lot, but I hope you can see as like a token of goodwill that we're not trying to start anything, we're just trying to warn you of something that we perceive as a threat.
I understand it, and your gift is appreciated. It's very kind of you. But at the risk of flogging a dead horse, your troubles here, everyone here is
I heard that.
a friend. We haven't had a problem at any of our weddings in 14 years. So,
we
Nothing
wouldn't
like
want
the
it
weddings
to
I've
start,
ever been to.
so we just want this to be a happy occasion for the couple. And besides which, both of your boats are pretty tied up now, so you're not getting out. And yes, that was the third one. Okay, so after a while, the wedding ceremonies appear to be like the place looks set up, and what's probably the immediate family start going through their rituals for weddings and such, and everyone else is pretty respectful, keeps a distance from where the main ceremony is happening, and that goes on for about half an hour, and then everybody gathers in the center of this mass of boats for the main ceremony. Do you guys join?
Do we know if Tim's going?
The dwarves, and you now see that there are more than just Tim on board. A number of dwarves go. You make perception checks. If anybody gets 18 or more, I'll give you a count.
Oh. Perception.
Natural 20.
6 dwarves go, and you think there's probably one still on the boat. You hear sound inside.
Well, if we have a chance of trying to take over this boat, now is probably it.
So, I thought you didn't want to cause any trouble. Now you're going to nick a boat.
I'm just thinking aloud.
No, we don't want to nick the boat. We want it to stop it from destroying all of the towns down the river.
Well, if we stole it, we wouldn't be doing that, so we would have stopped it.
That's one way of doing it, yeah.
But it'd be a very powerful boat to have, though, wouldn't it? That's not perhaps that bad of an idea.
It's got no sail, so I'm in favour.
It'd be interesting to find out how it works without any sails.
No, it does have a sail.
Oh, it does have a sail.
Oh, no, it doesn't.
Oh,
It's steam powered. Yes, it's steam powered. Quite right.
Yeah.
Do you think you'll be able to sail something like that?
If it's a boat, I can give it a go. Is it sort of is it like an ironclad boat, or is it?
Yeah, it's what we would think of as an ironclad boat, but of course your characters have no concept of this.
And how locked in is it to everything?
To you guys, it looks like metal.
No, I mean into the.
Oh, I see. There's only one boat behind it. You could, with a few minutes, you could get that boat out and then head back up the river towards the forest and Little Dock and the stuff that's behind you. If you were quiet enough in stealing it and subduing whoever's on board, you could get that upriver and out relatively quickly and quietly. Well, I don't know if you can do it quietly. That's dice rolls.
Have we come down the full length of the river, or did we just?
No. If you have a look at, I don't know if you can see the mini map, but I put a little blue cross roughly where you are.
Yeah, I can't. But there didn't seem to be an awful lot up the river. We wanted to go down river, didn't we? So
yeah, if I
we need to go through this, basically.
Make this bigger for you. So what you've got? If I just change the whiteboard around to make it just a bit easier to see, because I appreciate you're not on a great connection. So
I can see it actually.
Big red splodge here, that's Little Dock, the village that got or the small town that got overrun. You are about where this weird shape is. So you're basically a day downriver or so from Little Dock.
Yeah. Okay.
So theoretically, if we get out of there safe, we can head up to Little Dock and head down the other junction of the river.
Yeah, you could go back towards Arwent, your hometown, or Thum Dock, where the boat came from.
We don't want to go back to Thum Dock. We've had a mistake before.
So Savannah talks to Quillen. Do you reckon you could catch that boat again if we don't take it now?
Well, I mean, not knowing how it works, I don't know how fast it can go, but normally I'd say we could catch pretty much anything on the river. We've got a shallower draft, we can cut corners a little bit on a boat that size. Yeah, we could possibly do it.
Well, we're going to be in big trouble if we annoy the river people. That's why I'd prefer not to do it during the wedding.
Oh, they're always annoyed at something. Don't worry about that.
Maybe we can just.
You're the local. So your trade's up and down this river. So would you risk it?
Certainly, I would. Yes, especially if we could get hold of that big boat. We could just crash straight through them.
But don't you want to? What about your boat?
Well, if we can take the big one, I'll have that.
It's not quite as inconspicuous as yours, though. You're not going to be able to dock in many places and do much trade. It's designed for one purpose.
A few quiet spots you can anchor.
Okay, well, if you think you can do it, well, I'm with you.
As long as we can get it to work without any sails. We don't know a lot about how it works.
No. Well, we think there's one more person on board. Maybe they know.
Yeah.
Just you've been quiet. That sounds like you.
Yeah, well, you know, I've been perusing my future stage.
So, do you want to?
You want to stay for the wedding, don't you?
Of course I do. It's a wedding. It's one of the best opportunities for playing.
I'm bad dancing.
I'm not that graceful with dancing.
So, do you want to try taking this boat or not then?
Oh, we've got to take the boat. It's whether we take it when there's one person on board, we think, or whether we wait until the end of the wedding and try to take it with all of them on board.
Well,
question about taking the boat.
Might have a way on board. I could always pose as the head guy of the river people and see if we can talk one on board into a tour and maybe an explanation of how it works.
Depends
then we
who it is.
dump them in the river and nick the boat.
You seem fairly knowledgeable. That sounds... I'll go with your expertise.
You would be in there alone, though.
Yeah. That's okay.
These people are very dangerous.
They're not the only ones.
They've killed our friend twice. Well, okay, fine.
Oh, don't start that again. Do you want to do it, or do you want to try and take it when it's full of dwarves?
I'm just wanting you to go in there knowing what you're up against, rather than going in thinking it'll be a cakewalk.
Well, yeah, I understand it could be trouble, but we'll have to see what we can do. If, it'd be nice to have a boat like that and a big gun. Yeah. If that's what you want to do, you have to be ready as soon as I take the boat. You have to be ready to jump on board.
Yeah, all right.
Yeah.
Or perhaps I could even get you on board as well.
Paulus, could you look like Tim?
That's a bit risky, isn't it?
Possibly.
Well,
if I could act like Tim, that's more of a risk.
Well, I was thinking if I cast a disguise self spell and go in as the head guy, I could say, Tim has promised me a look around the ship. He said to come over, and, you show me around. And since we're all at peace, he said it's okay for these guys to come on board as well. And even if we can even if he is suspicious, as long as we can get close enough. No, don't like the plan.
No, that's good.
I said I'd go with whatever your expertise. Whatever you decide, we'll follow you up.
Okay. So
I'll follow you up.
I'll cast disguise self. Make the do a bit of chanting and some hand movements, and disguise myself as the headman.
Okay.
I've got.
And you head on over to the ironclad.
Yes.
Okay. There you are, stood next to this ironclad ship, with its big barrel running down its full length, its angled armoured metal plates. There's nobody on deck. There isn't much of a deck, there's more of a roof than anything.
So I'll shout over. Hello, on board. Hello, is anyone there?
Proceed no closer.
Oh, hello. Tim said I could have a look at your ship, seeing he's enjoying the wedding.
Okay, let's have a performance roll to see if you're carrying off the guy's voice.
Yeah, okay. Performance. What's that? Oh, dear me.
You completely forget about the voice. A slit opens on the front of the boat, and you see two beady eyes and a certain amount of hair looking out at you, furrowing apparently.
Seeing I've obviously messed up a little bit, I start to sway a little bit and pretend I'm a little bit drunk and come on, let me on board. Let me on board. I'd like to look around this ship.
This vessel is property of the Ashad military. If you board this vessel, you'll be knocking on heaven's door.
I sent him a message just saying don't do anything stupid.
Oh, I just thought, Tim said I could come over. I just do what he said. Oh, just wander back and tell him that, you told me to sort off. Yeah. We'll see what he says about that. We'll tell him to clear off as well then.
Ardus and Savannah and Pholus, you see a dwarf walking casually back to the ship holding a piece of metal.
How big?
Small enough to fit in just like 3 times the size of his hand. Just a bit of metal in an odd shape you don't recognise.
Is part of it broken or something?
I'll go up to him and, hey, I'm a blacksmith. This looks like it's broken. Maybe I could help you.
I'm under instructions not to talk to you specifically.
I get that a lot.
Make a perception check, Steffi.
To wait. 4.
Okay. Queen of the high rollers. Besides which, you're a half-breed. Grunts, shoves past you, and carries on walking casually back toward the boat, toward the ironclad.
I'll call after him loudly, trying to warn Gary, and then like, I was only trying to help, man.
So, Quillen, you become aware that there's a dwarf approaching from behind as well.
Okay. I'm gonna try and distract him briefly. By sort of looking at me going, I'm blue! Quick, I need a mirror! Give me a mirror! And I sort of rush up, wait, you have a mirror! And I try and grab it off him and see if I can see myself and pretend to look terrified of the fact I'm blue.
Okay, you do see yourself in the reflection of this piece. Make a perception roll.
Oh, okay. Five.
Oh dear.
I only got an natural 20 earlier, so...
He yanks it away from you and pushes you back. You've been blue a long time. Ardus Barrel Mead. And he walks on.
Wait, what? That's not my name!
Right, well, Quillen will sort of turn around and try and stumble away from the boat, and I'm going to go and see Tim. This is just, how insulting.
Stand aside, civilian.
Nah, short ass.
To be more careful, you're stood right next door to hell. Boom! Got another one!
Oh!
It appears I was muted doing all of that.
Sorry.
Savannah kicks Ardus and says, don't they look a little sleepy to you?
I sort of look for a minute and I'm thinking, no. And I'm like, oh, yes, I see now. You're right.
Be careful though, because that will involve playing your pipes.
I'm technically proficient in 3 musical instruments of my choice, and while I haven't got another instrument, the voice is technically an instrument. So... You want to say no, I'm just messing, but...
No, I tell you what, I'm going to allow it if you get another GNR song title that we haven't yet had into whatever you say to cast this spell.
Just anyone?
No, one of the ones we haven't had from the albums.
Okay. This is probably not the tune, but I'm going to sing, you could be mine. mine. You could be mine, 'cause you're so fine. Just come over here, babe, and you could be mine. Oh yeah, whatever.
Okay, so that's the lyrics of the casting spell. How? Well, don't get me wrong, I'm entertained by your singing.
Yeah, it's not.
Sounds more like a seduction.
I know, but he's. I don't know. He's thinking of sleep. He didn't specify it had to be about sleeping.
It's the spell. Okay, I will allow it, but at disadvantage.
Oh, come on! I just came up with a song on the spot.
2 titles, in fact, that we hadn't had. So, alright, I suppose, because you got 2 song titles in, I will...
Well, how about this? How about this? I'll just use my inspiration, and then it'll be a regular die roll.
I'll allow that.
Oh, fucking hell. Okay, well, I got, well, wait, hold on a minute, hold on, I'm sleeping, oh, fucking hell, sorry, I rolled the wrong dice. I probably do 20.
8, isn't it? Yes. Oh, so all this disadvantage talks a load of me.
Yeah, silly me.
Huh.
So, what do you want to do?
I want you to roll 5d8 and then I'll just make it up.
Oh, I see.
Let's just see what the dice say first. It might not be relevant.
$18. Oh, great.
It actually isn't, is it? Because they had more. So
You talked in that voice. That creepy GM's voice. No, it's not very good.
yeah, you almost catch him for a moment, but he kind of catches himself and wipes off his forehead, looks at you, and turns back around to his boat and carries on walking. And he walks past Quillen and gets on deck, and he climbs up onto the roof and opens the hatch. Passes the part down inside and shouts, "Right, let's get this breakdown sorted." Oh, another one. And see if we can't get this whole... No, I'm not going to do locomotive in there. It's just so out of genre. See if we can't get this engine going. Climbs inside and slides the hatch shut, and then you hear the sound of a bolt sliding across the hatch.
That looks like trouble.
And it's at that moment there is a scream from the wedding.
Oh. There goes my audience.
It's a Wayne.
Someone's killed someone! Someone's been murdered!
Okay, let's go and find out what the problem is.
And you arrive at or you walk over to the wedding. Who else is walking over with you?
I'll go, but I'll have to change back.
Policy's gut reaction is to check where Dax is, and then remember he's dead, so and follows Ardis.
Okay, so Quillen, Ardis, and Pholas
And Savannah.
And Savannah. Okay, so you arrive in amongst the wedding party, and everyone's moving towards where the cry came from, and it does look like somebody who was in the kitchen area has been murdered. And as you shove your way close enough to be able to see the body, it is a dwarf.
Oh.
And everyone looks at you. Well, I didn't see them during the wedding.
That's because we were over there just now.
But you're here, and you weren't here. Sneaking around, was you?
What?
We had the scream. Came.
We just came to look, but if you don't want our help, that's fine.
And you see Tim, the other side of the crowd, looking and grinning.
How far away is it?
Thank you for watching. Hope you've enjoyed this episode. Let's sign off and shit, because yes, that was the dramatic cliffhanger ending for this week's episode. The party have been accused of murder, and Tim gives a menacing laugh.
And for once, we're innocent.
Yeah.
Yes.
That's a fair point, yes. We are, in fact, innocent.
Okay, so I've been Becky Rose Dungeon Girl. Hope you've enjoyed the session, and I'll leave it up to the players to talk over each other and say goodbye themselves. And when they stumble and run out of things to say, I'll stop the broadcast. Just a few songs unsaid. We had 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 more songs we didn't get in, but it's pretty damn good. Good effort, people. Good effort.
We should do an album that's way more proggy with a really weird, cryptic set of song titles, so it would be much harder to fit in.
Good idea.
Like some Dream Theater or something.
Yeah, it wouldn't quite fit in Dream Theater, I don't think.
Right.
Okay, they've fumbled.
Okay.
Okay.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
Thank you.